Greetings, hope you're doing well. Today I'm doing a quick review on the final album from Logic, titled No Pressure. After dropping some high quality mixtapes, Logic in 2014 made his commercial debut with the album Under Pressure, an album that I absolutely loved, and every year since he's put out material of some kind. But with that effort of trying to create something every year, he slowly began to oversaturate himself in both quality and quantity, which peaked with his last album, Confessions of a Dangerous Mind. The critical and fan reception to this album was abysmal, to say the least, and often had people dreading new Logic material since he really went all in with his all style, no substance approach. But with the announcement of his retirement album, executively produced by No ID, Logic is making it clear that he is moving on from rap to focus on being a father, and takes this opportunity to reflect on his impact, his learnings, and his current state of mind. This album is seemingly like both a continuation and a reimagining of his commercial debut, Under Pressure. It includes the female vocal interludes that state fun facts about the album, like what it was inspired by or what artist Logic was listening to at the time, with the robotically asthmatic voice. Logic watches Cowboy Bebop. It also has a new rendition of Soul Food and carries a lot of stylistic influence from the album as well, seemingly making everything feel like it's coming full circle for Logic's career. Almost all the beats on here are great. I love the uplifting trumpet melodies on Man I Is, a song where Logic is describing his progression as a human being, and the smooth groove of DADBOD, a very cute and endearing song about Logic embracing his fatherhood responsibilities with some pretty funny examples of his everyday life. Really, the only instrumental on here I didn't enjoy was Celebration. I thought it was oddly composed and just didn't really do enough to grab my ear. While we're on this note, some other songs I didn't really enjoy as much were Five Hooks. I found it to be kind of boring, as nothing on this track stuck with me. And the track A to Z loses its novelty of Logic enunciating the alphabet in order while he is rhyming. The rest of the album is pretty consistent, however, with its messaging of progression and maturity, perhaps to a fault where the subject matters can get repetitious with how little perspectives there are on a 15-track, hour-long album. But some highlights include Hit Up My Line, a song where Logic is going into his resilience to be a positive influence in hip-hop regardless of how harshly he's criticized. Open Mic / Aquarius 3 is a pretty good introspective look at what music meant and what it means to Logic. Soul Food 2, it's a track about the kind of hypocritical and somewhat inhumane practices of the music industry. And Amen, which is an inspiring Up and Atom send-off before we go into the final track, being a 6-minute skit closer. Overall, I think this is a good way to leave things. He wasn't trying to be overly flashy or really self-indulgent on this album, so I think it makes sense to kind of reflect on his career, considering this is his final album. A lot of what makes this album engaging and memorable is the context of Logic's career as a whole, and is able to craft kind of a bittersweet experience, especially if you have been a longtime fan of Logic. I'm grateful for everything he's done for hip-hop and trying to be a positive influence through all the highs and mostly lows. I wish him well on his future endeavors as a father and as a streamer. Holy shit, 7 figures? I'd give it a